But let's talk to Julie Harris, who's president of the National Federation of Republican Women. Julie, great to see you. Thanks very much for waiting to talk to us. Now, I know you're no fan of Jimmy Kimmel, but all these late night shows, but was it right for him to be taken off air?
Well, you have to realize there's something that even a lot of Americans don't realize. When you have an FCC license, it is different than if you're just on cable. You get special privileges, protected airways, and with that, you've agreed. All right, so this is a voluntary agreement. You've agreed to protect the public space. And one of the things that you cannot do is to give misinformation during a time of national crisis, nor can you be exclusively for one of the political parties. So you can have free speech, you can defend free speech, and you can want a truth in the public airways together. It's not an either or choice. Now, with Jimmy Kimmel, he was asked to apologize. And we've seen this. We just saw this on Fox News. They do not have an FCC license. But when one of their news personalities misspoke and made some comments that were offensive to many Americans, they asked him to apologize. He did. Jimmy Kimmel refused. He refused to apologize. So you take this, you add it with the declining viewership, and there was regulatory pressure as well as monetary pressure.
Julie, I want to ask you, that the USA has this very precious First Amendment that free speech must be protected, but how does that square with President Trump saying on Air Force One, we heard him saying it yesterday, major US networks are against him, they give me only bad press. I would think maybe their licenses should be taken away. Are you not worried about free speech when you hear that sort of thing?
No, they can give up their license and then say whatever they want, okay? So if they're not given special privileges by the government, then they have no obligation to be fair. What President Trump is saying is that they have been exclusively for the Democrat. That is against FCC regulations. You've got to understand that there are other news outlets who do not have an FCC license. They don't have this regulatory oversight. But ABC, CBS, NBC, if they carry an FCC license and they get the privileges of being in the public, on the public airways, then they have an obligation. They can give up their license and then they wouldn't have this oversight. So yes, I believe in free speech, but I also believe in truth when it's coming on our public airways. Now, if they just want to go solely private, they can say whatever they want.
Julie, very briefly, we've heard this argument a lot. I want to get your response to it briefly, if you will. The argument that the Trump administration is all for free speech, except when it's the freedom to say negative things about them.
Now, that's just simply not true. He is specifically saying that they have been given public airways that have been exclusively for his opponent and to bash the president of the United States. That is not what the FCC license is for. They can give up their license, then they can say whatever they want. Won't like it, but at least they won't be on our public airways.
Julie, thank you very much. Julie Harris, president of the National Federation of Republican Women, joining us from the United States. Thank you.
Thank you.